everyone. This is Pam, Rose City Stitcher, coming to you with a Stitch Mania update. Today is Saturday, May 16th, and so we're halfway through. And so I wanted to go ahead and show you what I've done. I've gotten a lot done. My plans kind of got derailed, as I think everybody's has. It's like we make plans just to change our plans, but I've been having fun stitching a lot of new things, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you what all I've been up to. Thank you to everybody that's come back to watch me. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Of course, this is a channel about cross stitch. All right, so let's dive right in. I did actually manage to get one finish. I don't think I'd showed this to you before. This was a Tired Trio, and they were so cute, little sloths. This is a Plum Street Samplers done on 28 count mushroom Lugana, and the little faces were kind of hard. There was actually some 1/1 on their faces, so that took me a little while, but I love how that turned out. I used all the called for threads, so that was my one finish. Of course, May is not known for our finishes, it's for our starts, so I'm okay with that. All right, so let's dive on in. All right, so day one, I started Sweet Liberty by Silver Creek Samplers. And here is my start. It's also in a mushroom Lugana 28 count. So I got the little top part done. So not too bad of a start. So I was happy with that. Anxious to get back to it. So that was one of my planned starts. And then on day two, another planned start. If you remember, I was trying to do 3 projects for each season. So that was summer, because that was a patriotic. And this was also a summer hands-on design, Safe Harbor. And I did this on a blue. I think it might have been called Ice Blue. You probably can't see the blue. It's really dreary here today, so I'm having to kind of film here in my kitchen. It's the only place I had any kind of good light. So, but there it is. You kind of see that it's not white, that it's just a little tint of blue. So that was a lot of fun. I kind of hated to put this one up because I think this will be kind of a quick finish. So that was my day two. Day three was a previous Mania start from 2019, and it is, let's see if I can find the cover picture. Where's my cover picture? It's Lantern Lane, which everybody pretty much, there it is. Okay, great. Lantern Lane. So I worked on this one. If you remember, I told you I'd had some problems with the letters. So I did finally get that straightened out, and so that's what I did. I did that first row of letters. So kind of going on that one now. Oh, and this is on Oaken, a crystal Oaken. If you can see the glitter there. That was my Lantern Lane. And then another previous one. This is from 2017, so this was an oldie. This is my Purple Pansy Flower Angel by Vermilion Stitchery. And this is on a very, very, very pale pink. And that's something you're probably going to be able to see at all, because I can hardly see it. But it is a pink. And let's open it up. So what I did, I stitched this this dark flower, finished that. So I made some pretty good progress on that one. So I was pleased with that. I finished that flower. So still has a long way to go, but still like it. All right, the next was another previous Mania. This was from 2019. And this was Honeybee Happening, the Priscilla kit. And I did swap out the fabric. It's the same color, the antique white, but I'm doing it on an even weave. So, and there's my progress on that. I did all that orange. So I made some good progress on this one also. I really enjoyed this one. And this was a all blended thread, so it took a little bit longer. Oh, and I did the white. You kind of see the white. So that's going to be a little bee. So very pleased with my progress on this one. This one I really like. I kind of hated to put this one away. This is actually one of my favorite kits that I have right now. It's going to be very pretty when it's finished. All right, so then next I had another new start because I had finished my Primitive Hair Snow White. So I started my Lizzie Kate, Busy as a Bee. So I was doing this one right here. And it's, let's see, I believe it's just, oh, that's right, this was the one I'm doing on, I got from a Stitchy box, a 14 count Ada Country Mocha by Witchelt. And there's my progress on it. I started a little bit on the beehive. Just a little bit of a start. And then, okay, then I had to do another previous Mania. This was from 2016, another oldie. And this is my Fire Goddess. And this is on a Moe's sale, hand dyed, that I just love. It's a 16 count. And that's my progress. What I did, I continued just kind of filling in. I was just going across, trying to fill in that bottom. So, good progress. Some good progress on this one that day. That was, let's see, so that was on the 7th. So then on the 8th, a new start. So this was a Christmas one. So this was Winter. And this is Flying Lessons by Teresa Kogut. And this is on a 28 count light gray. And you can kind of tell I was enjoying this one. I was going to town on this. I actually started this, it was on a Friday. And I was going out of town for the first time since, March. And so I knew I probably wasn't going to get to do anything on Saturday. So I decided I was just going to work on this one late into the night and get a lot done. So I got a whole lot done on that border. That border is something else. I kind of debated doing it, but it looks so cool. So you can see, you actually stitch all that. So that's a pretty massive border to stitch before you even get to the good stuff. So, but I was enjoying the border. So worked on that. I'm anxious to get back to this one a whole lot. I plan to go, when we do Jolly July, I definitely have plans to pull this one out and get some significant progress. Okay, so after that, like I told you, I didn't do anything on Saturday. So this was on the 10th when I got back, which that's probably accounts for why I could not figure out what to do with this project. It was Farm Life, which I couldn't wait to start. I was so excited to start this. And the fabric I was going to use ended up being too light. The white didn't show up. So I thought, well, okay, I'll just go to my standby tea-dyed Monaco. But I don't know why. I just don't like it on here. It's like, I just feel like this might need, some kind of a mottled fabric like what it has. So I don't know what I'm going to do on this. That's why it's not even in a bag, because I'm not pleased with it at all. I'm going to probably restart this on a different fabric whenever I can get a different fabric. So, but that was what I started on the 10th, on that Sunday. And then on the 11th, I started a fall one. And that was my Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. And I'm doing this on hand-dyed by Stephanie Caramel Macchiato. And there's my start. So a little bit of a start on that border. And I do like this fabric for this. It's really nice. I think it's going to be a real pretty fabric. So started that project. And so that brings me to the 12th. Yeah, and here's where I changed my mind. Here's where my plans derailed. I started to get kind of overwhelmed by all of the new projects that I had and seeing my number of whips just going up, 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 up. So I decided instead of it's a new start, but it's a new start to finish an ongoing project. So what I did, I pulled out my Little Women Brooks books, and I started this instead of doing one of my seasonal ones because I'd already done 2. I was already halfway, and I really would like this one finished. So that's what I did. I ended up starting Beth. So that was what I did. Totally not in my plans. Totally kind of changed it up. So, because like I said, I don't know what happened that day. I just kind of got a little overwhelmed. So I was like, oh, okay. So I decided to do that. And then the next, the next day, again, not in my plans at all, I started this. Who knows why? I just was like, okay, I think I'm going to do a kit. I think part of it was my floss was like all over the place. And something happened to my DMC floss box. It got somewhat damaged. It got wet or something. And the floss ended up having kind of a funny smell to it. So I was having to like make a new box with my master box, my master list. I ended up having to kind of recreate a new box. So because of that, it was like I was constantly having to get new threads. And I was like, oh, I'm so tired of trying to pull out new threads. So that's partly why I decided I'm gonna just do a kit with the flosses already there. So it's a little one. It's a little dimensions petite. So I just started that, and that's his nose. It's gonna be his nose. So yeah, I just decided to do a kit and not deal with the floss issue. So, and right now you can't get floss. So some of the projects that I had, it's like I'm missing colors and trying to find out if I have a color in another project. So I decided just to go easy that day and do that. Plus things were getting a little overwhelming this week because of school. This was my last week of school, so things started getting kind of crazy with that too. So I needed something that was a little bit simple, that wasn't going to overwhelm me with all the school stuff going on. Okay, so that brings me to that was the 13th. And so the 14th was another previous Mania, kind of, sort of. I started my Chic Virtues in 2017, and I told you I'd finished the one. I didn't like the sheep, and so I took it out and put it in with the 3865 and liked it a whole lot better. So I started the next one, which is Love. So I started that one, and there's my progress. I got a little bit of the top part of the border and did the heart. And I was ready to really get this one finished, so I went online to try to order the rest of them, and at least like the next 4, and they were out. I was able to get, I think, the 3rd one, but then not the 4th one. And I was like, well, okay, at least I've got one. Well, then I was going through, I have a spreadsheet where I've I vlog everything I've purchased, and then I highlight it when I start it and a different color when I finish it. And it showed that I had a whole bunch of them. And I'm like, where are those? I bought them on eBay like a year or so ago. So I already had the third one. So I'm going to have to try to find those and then see if I can change my order to one of the other ones. So yeah, that was crazy. So anyway, so then that brings me to the 15th, to yesterday. Again, I changed my mind. And I started this. I don't know if you saw this. I had bought this. I don't know. I remember if I showed it in my last video or not. But I thought this kind of did go along with spring to me. Spring or summer. You know, to me it looks kind of more like spring with the flowers blooming and everything. So I decided to start this one. And I started this just on the tea-dyed Lugana. And I got a pretty good start on this. I stayed up kind of late last night because, like I said, last night was it. Last night was the last day of school. We were all done. And like I said, it was, I couldn't really sleep. It was just, you know, a lot of adrenaline going on there. So I stayed up and got a pretty good start on this one. So there is that. And then also, I did want to show you, so those were all my manias, you know, but then I also did work on my two Whipco projects. And the first one I worked on was Autumn by Cricket Collection. And I was supposed to finish 2 letters to cross it out on my Whipco board. And I feel like I pretty much did that. So there it is. Before I had all of the U with the pumpkin done, and I had done the T except for the owl, and I had done half of the U with the apples. So I finished all of that U and did the apples. I finished the A, and then I came in and got a whole lot done on the M. So I feel like that equals 2 letters. So I'm going to try to pull this one back out and finish it. Again, part of my problem was I did not have the color for the tree. For some of it was a thread gatherer thread. And the DMC, that alternative, doesn't exist. The number didn't exist. So there wasn't anything I could do. So that's kind of why I just kind of put a stop on it. And then the same thing happened with the M. The M was another thread gatherer floss that I didn't have. So I was like, well, all right, I'm going to have to just put this one down for now. But next time I pull this one out, I'll probably finish it. So, and hopefully before August, because I would like to actually fully finish this one because I really like it. So yeah, that's kind of what happened with that one. And then the other one that was my Whipco, and this is supposed to be a finish this year. And that was my Sea Flora by Nora Corbett. And this is on Mermaid Sea by Under the Sea Fabrics. So a lot of modeling on this one. And it goes this way. So there's my progress on that one. I did all that dark purple. So did good on that one also. And I'm still going to continue to work on this one through this month for my Whipco. So that was everything I did. So where am I going forward? I have today, I'm going to work on Summer Stroll. That was a 2016 Mania. And on the 19th, my solo Toi, another Nora Corbett mermaid. I'm supposed to work on that. And I plan to do 20 days. So this is kind of what, of course, plans can change. But here's my plan. I still want to start this one. That was still a plan. Just the tea-dyed Monaco. So I do plan to still start this one. I still am thinking about starting this one. I told y'all that I like this one. I may start this one. I changed my mind and I think I'm going to start this. This was a new one I bought. I can't remember if I showed this to you or not, but I really like this one. So I think I want to start this one and I'm going to do it on my wheat Lugana because I think that'll look really good on that. And if I can get my fabric, I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop yesterday, some black Ada. I want to start this if that comes in anytime soon. So that's kind of my plan. I was watching Jessie Marie today. Just finished watching her actually. And I started thinking kind of like what she was. You know, I told you I'm kind of overwhelmed by all my whips right now. I've started so many. And I'm kind of thinking like her. It's like, let's just start everything. Let's just start everything I want to start. You know, kind of like over this summer. Just start everything. And no new starts next year. I like that idea a whole lot. And I have so many projects that I just love now. And start a few more that I really would like to get started. I'm going to do the Jolly July, so that'll be a whole bunch of Christmas ones that I'll be starting. And then there's going to be, I don't know quite what I'm going to do because there's Jolly July and Joan Elliott July. And you know I love my Joan Elliott, and there's a Joan Elliott or two that I might want to start too. So I'm kind of, like I said, I was overwhelmed by all the whips, you know, there at the beginning of the week, but now I'm kind of like, watching her, I'm like, okay, I'm over that now. Now let's just start. School's out. I'm free. Have some free time, and I'm thinking I may just do that if I can find fabric. That's kind of my thing. It's like I have a lot of fabric, but I don't have a lot of fabric that works for anything. It's so frustrating. It's like I don't know. I may put some of my fabric on Stash Unload, and then with the money I make from that, you know, buy some fabric that will work on things. And I also thought about unkitting some projects that I have kitted that maybe I'm not going to start anytime soon and use that fabric for those. I've already done that a little bit, but maybe unkit all of those things if I'm not going to start what I'm not going to start and use that fabric. So, I don't know, call me crazy, but I'm kind of thinking that since I'm already have started so many this year and do that and then just not really start much next year. Just have, you know, a couple of, you know, planned starts, you know, like a birthday start, a New Year's start, you know, just a couple of, you know, important date starts, and but not start anything else, and next year be a chance to get all this stuff finished. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. We'll kind of see what happens. So you know, I may completely burn out and not want to start anything else, but I may decide I want to start a lot of things. So that's kind of where I'm going right now. I like the idea of no new starts next year and just try to get all of this stuff finished. A lot of these things finished that I've been working on. So let me show you just a tiny bit of haul. Because one thing I got I'm super duper excited about. Okay, as I was showing you on my Stash Dive last time, and I was showing you all my flower patterns, from Barbara Batts, I kind of like, oh, I wonder if there's any more Barbara Batts out there. So I got to looking, and I found this for a really good price. Angel of Romance. Not flowers, but she's really pretty. So I got her. And on Stash Unload, it was like meant to be, because I no sooner had done that video, and like the next day, this came up on Stash Unload. I'm like, well, I have to have it. Like, it was meant to be. So it's a whole bunch of flower patterns. I really like these on the back. I especially like this one. So it's got a pretty good bit of patterns in here, lots of different things. So yeah, I ended up buying this. So yeah, this one is real pretty. Oh, there we go. The hummingbird and that flower, oh, gorgeous. So yeah, I bought that. And then I watched Pam and Steph. It's like all these people that enable me, goodness. And she had shown a book of Emma Condon patterns, and I love her. I've actually, stitched one of her patterns already, a Christmas one. And she showed this book right here. Cross Stitch for the Soul, 20 Designs to Inspire. And I literally stopped the video, went to Amazon, and bought this. Yeah. I was like, I have to have that. I have to have it right now. So, yeah, I did. So you can kind of see all these patterns. I love them. I want to stitch them all. It's like there's not a single one I don't like. There's so beautiful. So I don't know if maybe I've enabled some other people, but like I said, I got this on Amazon. It's kind of pricey. It was $24.99 is what it says on here, but I got it a little cheaper because my total price was $22.07, and that was with tax, and of course I have Prime, so it was free shipping. So it must have been discounted just a little bit. So anyway, so there's that. So I'm kind of holding it up there so everybody can kind of see it. So super excited to get this. And like I said, that's why I'm like, I just want to start everything. I want to start some of these like today. It's like, I love these. So it's kind of like, let's just start all the stuff. And then next year, finish all the stuff. I know some other people had done that last year. I think last year a lot of people said, I'm not going to start anything new. And then this year, it's like they got a lot of finishes, so then they're starting stuff this year. So yeah. And the other thing I want to show you is cross stitch related, but not really. I found this mug. The thrift store's open. I'm in Texas. We're opening when the place is opening. Still being very careful going out very little. But I did go to the thrift store we have that's never terribly crowded, and I found this little mug. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? The little mouse with the needle in her hoop and stitching the little buttons. I just loved that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy that for my stitchy room because that is precious. It was only 59 cents. Yeah. So this summer I'm hoping maybe to get my craft / stitchy room kind of set up, and that'll go in there. So super happy to have found that. That was just so cute. So I guess that's about it for me. Hope you enjoyed seeing everything I started. Like I said, my plans, I don't think anybody's plans stayed exactly the same. I think everybody's plans changed up somewhat. It's like we see something, it's like, oh no, I want to do that rabbit trail, But I'm happy with what I started. So like I said, and now that school's kind of out for now, I thought start everything now because who knows what school's going to be like in the fall. So might as well do stuff now because things may be very different in the fall for us. So I want to kind of enjoy the summer, little bit of summer that we have. Like I said, we got out, this is very early. To be out May 15th is a lot earlier than a lot of people, but we started very early also. Teachers went back like August 4th. So for us, we were already, way far along in our school year since we'd started early. So, but they are talking about us going back even earlier, this fall. So we'll see. So anyway, so if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'll do another video the end of May to show what I do the second half of May, and see if my mania continues or not. So everybody have a great weekend. Everybody stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.